In my previous video, I called this election the most important election in Uganda. Yeah. We have gone through so many elections, but this could be the most important election that we have ever had as Ugandans. And in this video, I want to break it down. I want to explore why the National Unity Platform has chosen to reassure its people that this is going to be a protest vote. I want to break it down. And why do I even insist that this election is about bringing back the national flag? Yeah, reclaiming the national flag. Because it is obvious, if you have not been under a rock, it is very obvious that we are under state capture. And it has been the case since 1986, when Museveni and his criminals marched into Kampala and took over the country. Yeah, state capture. I insist on that. So this is the Uganda Awakening. Welcome back. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. It is very important because when you do so, it means that this video is going to be pushed into the algorithm. It's going to be prioritized, and more people are going to get this message. Because when it comes to our country, Uganda, 40 years under this dictatorial regime of Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, a deception that he has created purposefully to drain our country of its resources, to prioritize nepotism and militarize the state, turning the armed forces against the people that are supposed to be protected by. Yeah. If that is not state capture, I don't know what else is. It is a very, very serious situation that we are about to experience. And let's get right into why this is going to be a protest vote. Now, of course, if you are to listen to apologists, NRM apologists, it is very clear to them that yeah, these are gimmicks. We have seen similar crowds during the campaigns of the CJ. We also saw huge crowds when Paul Kawanga Semogere, the late, dared to challenge Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. We have seen so many people that have confidently stated that Museveni will be beaten in an election. But what if I tell you that there has never been a free and fair election in Uganda? What if I tell you that? And the irony is, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, upon entering the bush, upon deciding that, you know what, I'm going to take affairs into my own hand. There is no hope for Uganda in an election that is bound to be rigged. And that is the ground he stood on. We need free and fair elections. Gone are those days when leaders are supposed to rule forever, life presidency. Yes, he went and he created this deception around a fundamental change that has since become elusive, year in, year out. And now we are counting 40 years in power. We have never felt the impact of every promise that he made. Yeah, we have never. I would confidently state that every election in Uganda has become more violent. Every election in Uganda has become more violent. Fear-mongering is part of the strategy to demoralize Ugandans and keep them away from the polls, to get them so scared. For as long as they do not show up, we have at least eliminated a good number of people that could have reduced the chances of us becoming overall winners of this election. So by eliminating those, the passive ones, the people who have been caught up in the trap of the fear-mongers, will not even bother registering to vote. Some of them that have the means will even leave the country. That is the first strategy of fear-mongering. And this is why the protest vote is very, very important. In my last video, I also asked a question: are Ugandans really ready for change? They show that they are ready, courageous in following around the opposition and wearing the outfits of the opposition, despite the fact that this is a major risk. Because you have seen the military has dragged and arrested so many people. They are in detention, the likes of Eddie Motwe. By the way, the person who shared a post that they had freed Eddie Motwe to the point that I made a video about him being released. Come on, guys. Fake news. I feel embarrassed that I actually celebrated that. I saw several posts on Facebook, confidently stating that the man is free. The man is still in custody. We have seen so many innocent individuals. Yeah, this deputy spokesperson of the National Unity Platform is still in custody. Akilewo, Gaddafi, they have been arrested because of this, but Ugandans are courageous. They are showing every sign that they want this change. As to whether we are ready for this change, it is going to be determined by how seriously Ugandans take upon this message of the protest vote. You see, when naysayers mention that this is a useless slogan and that there is nothing to protest about when it comes to our country, Uganda, may I remind you, for democracy to be achieved in any country, it relies upon strong institutions that are impartial, that are willing to serve Ugandans regardless of their political opinion. The NRM has stripped the country of our national identity, and in doing so, they keep spreading the rhetoric of you will not get services. In fact, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni is on record stating this. The reason why you are not getting services from the government is because you vote for the opposition. That is not a country that relies upon its government for the purposes of security, education, health, infrastructure, you name it. When you are an elected head of state, you serve everyone, because your manifesto states that the country is going to become a middle-income economy. Even if you have lied to us for the longest time period that we are going to become a middle-income economy, and that continues to become elusive because all these institutions are under your armpits. And when a country is under captivity, it means that even the national flag does not make any sense to us, which is why the choice Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu, aka Bobi Wine, made by encouraging Ugandans to go buy national flags was spot on. Many people think of it as another gimmick by the NUP. But you know what is funny? What is so ironic is that I have seen some pictures of the people attending the NRM campaigns, not only mimicking the outfits of the National Unity Platform overalls, but also waving the Uganda flag. I don't know if they know what that means. The strategic plan of utilizing the national flag so that people are waving these flags across the country wherever there is a campaign trail of Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu is so instrumental. Because you see, each time we see the brutality of the police and the military against the people, it is an attack on the nation. Because anybody that is raising the flag of a country is in proclamation of a national identity that for any armed forces is a sacred moment that one should not tamper with. Because under oath, you swear to adhere to the Constitution, to protect the people and their property. Now they are waving the flag and you're out there to brutalize them. We are waiting. Everyone is watching. This is why a protest vote is so necessary for our people. It is going to take courage. We know that the internet is going to be switched off. In fact, when giving his speech, His Excellency Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu has reassured Ugandans that you should not be surprised that the internet is going to be switched off. You should not be surprised. You should just be ready for this strategy, because these people have given us every sign of how far that they can go to try and make it impossible for Ugandans to rally around the movement of the protest vote and reclaim their power and reclaim the national flag and bring it back to where it belongs. I think that this video should, I need to continue this series of a protest vote in the upcoming videos. I don't want these videos to be too long. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Everything that I have missed to address in this video, wait for the next video. If you have any questions about why this is a protest vote, leave it in the comments section. And if you disagree, yes, I'm waiting to discuss with you in the comments. What do you think it will take for Ugandans to show their readiness for change in the upcoming general elections come 2026? This is very, very important. Remember that you should keep Uganda in your prayers. If in case you've just stumbled upon this video and you didn't know what was happening in our country, yeah, keep us in your prayers. Thank you so much for listening to me. And remember to like, share, and subscribe.